Okay, here we are about to go for our third round of the Junior Saloons, and I'm catching up with Jensen Bell, car 871 here. Jensen, 14 years of age, racing around the likes of Silverstone and Snetterton here. You're new to the class, of course.
Yeah.
Podium at Alton Park a few weekends ago.
Cadwell Park.
Cadwell Park.
Yeah.
Cadwell Park, folks. How'd your season go? Because that's not your only good result. You've had a few good finishes.
Yeah. I've had, I think, basically all my finishes so far this season have been top 10, just trying to get consistent good placements and just trying to work my way up the field a little bit more, yeah. Got a podium last week at Cadwell, as you said, yeah.
Fantastic.
And just trying to move up further, yeah.
You've qualified pretty well this weekend as well.
Yeah, I got 5th for race 1 and 7th for race 2, yeah.
Tell us a bit about, I'm sure this isn't your first ever sort of motor racing experience. What's your background in cars or karts? Where have you come from?
I used to do non-contact oval racing in the junior productions back home in Scotland. I started in 2019, so I was about 10 years old. I started racing a Peugeot 206, and I started doing that, and I was getting quite fast at that. I got a podium, and I got 3 podiums in my first ever race meeting, and I just started getting faster and faster until I was starting to fight for like the championship. Then I saw this, so we decided to move to this. Yeah.
I think when I was 10, I was watching CITV. And you were racing cars. The car is up on sticks behind you at the moment. What's going on? Just sort of like general stuff?
It's just a few like random bits you have to do for scrutiny, and that all the gearboxes at the cars have to be taken out just to check for flywheels, make sure they're not too light and all that. Yeah.
14-year-old driving around against Silverstone, Snetterton. How does that feel? Can you describe how that feels?
It feels like unnatural. It feels really weird at this age. Like my dad used to race as well, but he wasn't until like he was 39 until he started racing circuits and all that. It's a weird feeling. Yeah.
It's a busy old track as well, because there's like 30 of the junior saloons out there.
Yeah.
So you're used to the non-contact oval racing. You dig it. You get the old sort of like bumper tickler, don't you?
Yeah, but pair racing. Yeah. Just seeing Cadwell starting 3rd for a restart in race 3. I was looking behind me. There's like 27 cars behind me. I was like, oh no, this is going to be weird.
Ambitions for the weekend?
Another podium,
Yep.
Hopefully, yeah. That's just my main goal, but as long as I finish, I'm happy, yeah.
We've got 2 races to achieve it. Good luck.
Yeah,
Cheers, buddy. Right, let's see who else we can find in the Junior Saloon paddock here at Snetterton. Okay, here we are. We've literally moved about 5 metres across the paddock here, and with a Harry Hickton, who is, let's be perfectly honest, smashing it, mate, in the Junior Saloons. 5 wins out of 6 races on pole today. How are you doing it?
Well, last season I developed all the experience and I was just stitched it all together this season. Have some great coaching, great team behind me. I've got all the support from my family, my friends, and I think just stitching it all together, it's making all the success come through.
Now, the Westbourne Motorsport team, they run 6 cars here this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a great team to have behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, the mechanics are so good, everyone's so friendly. I mean, we're all friends here, the drivers. If you've got a problem, speak to them and they'll be nice about it, do whatever they can. I've got the coach here, part of the team, and he's just brilliant, helping me out.
Now, you're all in the Citroen Saxos. What are you doing differently? Because they're all almost identical, aren't they? What's the secret sauce?
I just drive faster. No, I mean, again, it's just all the experience of driving. It's the pace in qualifying to the racecraft. You have to, I mean, it all just comes together, and I know it's just like painting all the little pieces and making all big one good painting.
And with such a busy grid, how important is it, as you have been, to be at the front when the flag goes down?
Yeah, it's a great advantage, and like the first race of the season at Silverstone, first lap I was 3 seconds ahead and I just ran away with it because at the front and then a busy pack behind you and they just keep fighting and fighting. So that's an advantage because a lot of them will be there fighting, more in contention behind you. So that's the advantage, yeah.
Now, 15 years of age, so you've technically got another couple of years in this class. Are you sticking around? I know the season's not done yet, long way to go, but what are your plans sort of moving forward?
Well, in the far future, long time ago, I want to be in the touring cars, and that's where around I want to be. But short term, we don't know. Just see how the year goes, and what opportunities come up, and who we talk to, and what we find, and how everything goes.
Harry, incredible start to the season. I'm sure we'll talk to you at Park Fermi a bit later, mate.
Hopefully, yeah.
Right, let's see if we can find out one more driver before we go junior saloon car racing. Here we are then again, we're still with the Westbourne Motorsport team, and I've got Max Hall here. Now, other than Harry Hickton winning 5 races, Max is the only other driver to win a race this season. He's hard to catch, but let's talk about your season. First time in the Junior Saloons, how are you finding it?
Yeah, I think it's a really good championship. I like the cars. I was in Ginetta last season, but I think I prefer this. Yeah, it's just really good.
You prefer the Saxos to the Ginetta? Because Ginetta's like one of my dream cars to race in. You've already been that already at 15 years old. What did you learn from driving a Ginetta that you can bring into the Saxo here?
Just all the racecraft. It's hard racing in Ginetta, and bring that into this. It's basically the same thing, so yeah.
Racing's racing, isn't it? So what are your sort of hopes for the day? You've already got a win this season already. I'm sure you're thinking of podiums, aren't you?
Well, I'm aiming for the win again, but I'll be happy with the podium.
You're in Harry's team with the Westbourne Motorsport. Has he given you any advice?
Yeah, Harry's a sound guy. I like him, yeah.
And is he teaching you anything? With his 5 wins, is he sort of passing on any knowledge or keeping it secret?
No, I haven't really asked him, to be honest.
Cool. Best of luck for the race this afternoon. We are about to go Citroen Saxo racing in the Junior Saloon Car Championship. It is over to your commentator, Dave Collard.
Thanks very much indeed, Ewan. The cars just coming up to the grid then for our second race for the Junior Saloon cars this weekend in their identical Citroen Saxo VTRs. This grid set by the second fastest time recorded by each driver in qualifying, and it's a familiar face on pole position. Harry Hickton looking for his double for the weekend, looking for number 6 for the season, with Max Hall, number 93, alongside him. Second row, Jacob Heap, number 16, got his best ever result yesterday with second place. Alongside him, number 77 of Travis Chapman. Row 3, Harvey Dent, number 58, alongside Dara Flock, the Irishman, in number 22. Row 4, Jensen Bell from Scotland in 871, and CJ Morgan in number 59. The 5th row, treble 3, Adam Harding, had to make a pit stop to check some damage after a collision in yesterday's race, finished at the back, so aiming for better fortunes here. Starts alongside Oliver Cotton in 98. Row 6, Harry Smith, number 10, and 30 of Jamie Good. Jamie Petters, last year's top rookie on row 7, alongside Gabriel Parfait in the 280 car. Then Adam Parker, number 92, 303 Zach Palmer. Row 9 is Charlie Constable, number 6, and 11 of Oscar Dix. And behind them, row 10, Riley Price, number 17, and the scholarship winner during the winter, 53, Jack James. Row 11 is Jacob Baldry, alongside Ben Carter, 33 and 57. 12th row, Jonathan Moore, number 12, alongside 13 of Luke Scrooby. The penultimate row, Joel Ryan, 36, number 19, Sandro Ballesteros. And at the back of the grid, treble 8, is Alex Mostav. Looks like we have the full grid in position there. It'll be 15 minutes plus 1 lap. There'll be a green flag lap, first of all, just to allow the drivers to get some heat into their tyres. Well, as we've been hearing, the season has been dominated so far by Harry Hickton. He scored a double on the Silverstone International Circuit in front of our cameras earlier this season. Podium completed in race 1 by Harvey Dent, the 58 car, and Connor Duncan, who's not out this weekend. The second race, Harry Hickton headed home Travis Chapman with Harvey Dent third. Dent had a bit of misfortune in the triple header at Cadwell Park, the second meeting of the year. Harry Hickton was beaten for the first time by the leading rookie in the points so far this year, Max Hall, who we just heard from in number 93. He took his first win. Adam Harding had a couple of podiums at Cadwell as well, with a third and a second. Max Hall had a second place, but he failed to finish race 3 at Cadwell Park. Adam Harding was second, and Jensen Bell got to the podium, as we heard, in third place there. Dara Flock was on the podium for the first time at Cadwell too. The Irishman, he's in the blue car with the darker orange bonnet flashes there. Back on the third row of the grid. This will be a 15-minute plus 1 lap race, so when the timer goes down to 0, we won't see the checkered flag next time around as we did in the BMW race. We'll see the last lap signal instead, making things just a little bit more interesting. A bit more interesting. We have an extra lap to run. 1 or 2 cars with a bit of bodywork damage in yesterday's race. We only had 1 retirement though. Gabriel Parfait, number 280, dropped out. I think his steering broke. Adam Harding had some contact with Jamie Petters as well. Alex Mostav and Sandro Ballesteros at the back of the field. With a name like Ballesteros, surely he shouldn't be in a Saxo, he should be racing a Golf. Never know, he might do one day. These youngsters, as we heard, as young as 14 to 17 years of age, these drivers. Training ground for the Saloon car stars of tomorrow. Big teams like Oryx Competition, Westbourne Motorsport in there. Harry Hickton, another pole position for him. His father David, a long-time Saloon car racer, including with the Classic Touring Car Racing Club, among others. There's the very bright pink and blue car, it's Oliver Cottam. Jamie Petters, the blue and yellow. He's had a slightly disappointing season so far, aiming for better fortunes here. Another team with a number of cars out there is Jeekins Race Preparation. They've come into this form of racing from the world of rallycross. Alfie Jeekins competed in junior rallycross before joining JSCC last season. He's now moved on to greater things. There's the number 33, the black and green car. That was Jacob Baldry. Had a bit of contact in yesterday's race. They come up to the grid then, it'll be a standing start. 15 minutes plus 1 lap of junior saloon car racing. So, as you've seen, different conditions to yesterday's race. These overcast conditions. Marshals on the pit wall signal them up to the grid then. Thank you to all our volunteer marshals here at Snetterton this weekend. We couldn't go racing without the Orange family. Have a look on the BARC website, barc.net, if you want to find out more about possibly becoming a volunteer marshal, getting up close and personal to British motorsport. Back of the grid pulling into line then. Harry Hickton in the red and blue, number 46 in pole position. Max Hall alongside him, his nearest pursuer in the championship, the blue car with the yellow bonnet flashes. Second row, Jacob Heap in the grey Lucas Oil car. He's having a cracking weekend. Travis Chapman in the white, black and green, number 77. Dara Flock has had a lively season so far. His rookie campaign, number 22. A lot of these cars you can see with novice crosses on the back. The black cross on the yellow background. Green flag is waved at the back of the grid then. The 5-second board is held aloft. 15 minutes on the clock. The red lights come on. The revs rise and away we go down towards Riches for the first time. Everybody is away cleanly. Could be 3 wide into the first corner. Travis Chapman's got away well on the outside in the number 77. He's going to go side by side with Harry Hickton into the first corner. Hickton's got the inside line. He takes the lead. Looks like it's Chapman up into second place. Side by side though as they head out of Riches up towards Wilson's hairpin for the first time. They're still side by side. Jacob Heap is in third in the number 16. Hickton will have the inside line for the hairpin. And it's Harry Hickton who leads. Travis Chapman second. Jacob Heap. So there's a spinner in the pack. Charlie Constable in the number 6 has gone. Somebody else off as well. The number 12 of Jonathan Moore facing the wrong way. Riley Price, number 17, has lost his front bumper as a result of a bit of contact in there as well. We had a few bumpers go missing yesterday. Somebody ploughing off wide coming out of Palmer's there. Who was that? We'll try and pick that up as they come. I think it's Harry Smith, number 10, possibly. As Harry Hickton leads at the inside, Jacob Heap attacking Travis Chapman for second place. Typically busy starts for the JSCC. Right onto the grass. Oh, Jacob Heap's gone. Wallop straight into the barrier and straight back into the pack. Look out, goodness me, that was close. Let's hope everybody misses him. Yes, they've all seen him. They've all missed Jacob Heap. There must have been some contact in there in the fight for third. He was battling with Max Hall, I think. And Jacob Heap spun across into the barriers there. He's not going to repeat his second place from yesterday. A rather more fraught first lap then. That's allowed Harry Hickton to escape into the lead. We'll try and see what's happened there. It's Jacob Heap there. He tried to move across to take the line for Hamilton's. Contact with, that was Travis Chapman. And walloped straight into the barrier and straight back out into the pack. Amazing, everybody missed it. That could have been very nasty. Brilliant avoiding action there from all of the second half of the pack. Hickton leads. It's Max Hall second. Travis Chapman, I think it was, who had that bit of contact with Jacob Heap. Jensen Bell up in fourth place in the very brightly coloured 871 car. As he told us in his interview, an oval racer since the age of 10. I could barely ride a bicycle when I was 10 years old, never mind race cars. Hickton leads the way. They come round to the conclusion of the opening lap. Hall in second, then Chapman, Bell. Fifth position is Dara Flock. The rest of them charge their way through. CJ Morgan in the purple number 59 car under fire from Oliver Cottam as the leader crosses the line to complete his opening lap. 1.25 seconds his advantage over Max Hall. Dara Flock attacking Jensen Bell for 4th place into the first corner at Riches. He goes through on the inside. Jensen Bell fights back. It's Ireland against Scotland for 4th place. It's Hickton who leads the way. And from Andover near the Thruxton circuit in Hampshire. And up the inside, Dara Flock has taken 4th place. Oliver Cottam going well too, diving past CJ Morgan there into 6th position. Then the treble 3 of Adam Harding, racing with Jamie Petters. They tangled on the opening lap of yesterday's race. Adam Harding had to pit for a quick running repair. Finished at the back of the field. Harry Hickton continues to lead. There's somebody off there. That'll be Jacob Heap's car, won't it? Yes, parked up next to the marshal's post. He's out of the race. Thankfully, he's okay. Oliver Cottam running well. Jensen Bell, the 871, trying to get up the inside for 4th place. Then it's Cottam, Morgan, Harding, Petters. And Jamie Good, number 30 in the grey car, is next in the order. Kicking up a bit of dust out to Travis Chapman in the 77. There's Jacob Heap's car parked up next to the, near the marshal's post. Adam Harding puts a wheel onto the grass there. The Orex car chasing the 59 of CJ Morgan. Charge their way down the Bentley straight. There's still Harry Hickton who leads the way. Trying to close on Oliver Cottam here. This is the battle for 7th place. Harry Hickton from Maxwell. 3rd is Chapman. Then 4th place, it is now Dara Flock ahead of Jensen Bell. Swinging their way through the bomb hole. You see the circuit drop down into that corner. It's named the bomb hole by motorcycle racers, I believe, because of the way the circuit drops down. You feel it much more. You see it there, the dip they go into. Feel it much more on a motorcycle. Side by side there, the number 58, that's Harvey Dent. It must have been him who went off on the opening lap. He went wide, because he's dropped quite considerably down the order from his starting position. Number 11, Oscar Dix, racing with him in the Jeekins prepared car. Left-hander at Murray's. Hickton leads by 1.3 seconds over Max Hall in 2nd place. Travis Chapman 3rd, chased by Dara Flock, who wants a podium here. CJ Morgan under 5 and treble 3 of Adam Harding. There's Jamie Petters in that distinctive blue and yellow car. We saw his brother Dan Petters racing in the pickup truck racing championship over the last couple of years as Dara Flock goes through on the hairpin up into 3rd place. Takes Travis Chapman. It's the active welding car up into 3rd position. Are we going to see a podium for Dara Flock? Jensen Bell down to 5th. Out towards Agostini, once again the long looping left-hander named after Giacomo Agostini, one of the successful motorcycle racers of all time. Oliver Cottam's closing up on this group as well, in that pink and blue car. Side by side there, Jamie Good attacking Adam Parker, goes through. Gabriel Parfait behind them, retired from yesterday's race, looking to make up for lost laps and points. Hickton with the fastest lap of the race, 2:25.609. It's the one retirement, I think. Yes, Jacob Heap out of the race. Real shame after that brilliant 2nd place yesterday. He took the fight to Harry Hickton in the early stages. Swinging their way through the midfielders. There's Parfait under fire from the 92 of Adam Parker. Where's our scholarship winner, Jack James, number 53, the Londoner? He is back in 22nd place at the moment. Hasn't had the best of weekends, has to be said. Need to improve all the time. Dara Flock under fire from the 77. It's Travis Chapman in another of the Jeekins team cars. Jensen Bell in behind in the 871. Coming up towards halfway through the 15 minutes anyway, not half distance in the race, and of course we'll have an extra lap as well. Better run by Oliver Cottam here. He's had a fairly quiet season so far, quite a way down the points. Harry Hickton, who led the points coming into this weekend by a clear margin ahead of Max Hall. It's Oliver Cottam 6th in the points coming into this round. He was having higher aspirations ahead of his 3rd season in the series. There's Jack James, 53, the scholarship winner. Bell under fire from Cottam. Third place fight goes into the right-hander at Riches. Travis Chapman runs a bit wide there. Brings the car in. Round Wilson's hairpin. Originally Montreal, renamed in memory of Justin Wilson, the IndyCar racer. Sadly lost his life in the USA a few years ago. CJ Morgan battling with Adam Harding. We mentioned yesterday the most famous landmark here at Snetterton that used to overlook that hairpin, sadly not there anymore. The Scary Tree. Used to be a very imposing presence here at Snetterton, but sadly now gone. Running wide there, Oliver Cotton trying to get the cut back at Agostini as Jensen Bell chases Travis Chapman for 4th position. 2 leaders have got away. Dara Flock now established in 3rd place. Hickton and Hall still separated by just under 1.5 seconds. 2:25.123, the new fastest lap for Harry Hickton. All running wide there, Travis Chapman gets onto the grass. This is going to allow Jensen Bell to come through out of Oggies into Williams. Through goes Jensen Bell, up into 4th position. Brightly liveried Oliver Cotton, number 98, on the attack as well. He tries to move towards the inside. Chapman's fighting back though, trying to slipstream Jensen Bell down the Bentley Straights, as we know as the Revit Straights. Jamie Petter's not far behind them, CJ Morgan and Adam Harding as well. Bell back at the inside, holds Cotton off. Travis Chapman having retaken the place down the straights. Here comes Oliver Cotton on the inside as they go towards the bomb hole. They drop through the right-hander. Cotton's on the inside here as they go towards Coram. Side by side of the run into the long right-hander. They're almost leaning on each other. Look at that, inches between the two of them. Jensen Bell will have the inside line for the left at Murray's though. Slightly later on the brakes as well, and holds the place. He runs a bit wide on the exit, but just about holds back Oliver Cotton. Great fight between these two for 5th position. It's over 5 minutes to go. Harry Hickton is still your leader. He's already gone through. He's 1.5 seconds up still. The gap stabilising along with Max Hall. There's a black and white flag out there. That's the driving standards flag. Now that might be awarded to somebody for exceeding track limits. We don't know who it is though. We couldn't see the number there. 2:24.9 now the fastest lap for Harry Hickton. He continues to lead from Max Hall. They've stabilised in 1st and 2nd places up front. And the only real battle is now for the final podium place. Zach Palmer, 3:03, running a bit wide there through the hairpin. Some call it the Sear pin because that corner used to be known as Sears. And it used to turn right straight into the back straight before this new infield loop was built a few years ago here at Snetterton. This circuit improving hugely under the control of Motorsport Vision, headed by Dr. Jonathan Palmer, the ex-Formula 1 driver and Formula 1 commentator, alongside Murray Walker. Adam Harding at the inside, take 3, takes CJ Morgan. Fighting back is Harding. This is terrific. These two side by side out of Agostini up towards the left at Hamilton. No prizes for guessing who that corner's named after. Harding a bit wide onto the grass there. Terrific fight with CJ Morgan. Harding at the inside into the right at Oggies. Who's going to come out of this with the advantage? This is for 7th place. Harding's now got the inside for Williams' corner. And he goes through. This has allowed Jamie Peters to tow up onto the back of him. He's pulling about four other cars along with him. This is brilliant. We've got Jamie Peters, Harry Smith, Gabriel Parfait is in behind them as well. 5 of them together for 7th place. And Jamie Peters is going for the inside, the rookie of the year last year. Here he comes. He's got both of them. Oh, brilliant. Jamie Peters, now CJ Morgan back at the inside. This is terrific stuff. They swing their way through. Peters has made it stick. Adam Harding's lost 3 places in one corner. He's going to lose even more now because he's gone rally crossing on the outside coming out of Nelson Corner. Parfait behind him, then it's Palmer, Jamie Good, and the rest of them. Oh, superb. Less than 3 minutes to go. I just wish this race could go on for half an hour, don't you? In a sport car there of Zach Palmer chasing CJ Morgan back at the inside, retakes Peters. This is all for the minor places as well. Hickton's already gone through with the lead, still 1.3 seconds up on Max Hall. Dara Flock is in 3rd place, and Travis Chapman and Jensen Bell. Oliver Cotton in 6th. There's the fight for 4th. Everybody else is fighting to be 7th behind CJ Morgan. Here's a replay of some action from further back in the order, and there's a bit of a collision. I think that's at Oggies. Who's that's gone around? Jacob Baldry is one of them. Can't quite see the number. Number 13, the other car, Luke Scrooby. They just missed the barrier there. So Jacob Baldry tangling with Luke Scrooby in unlucky 13. They've dropped to the back of the pack as a result. There go the leaders. Hickton from Hall. Dara Flock in third place. There's yellow flags out at Oggies because of that car that's gone off. Luke Scrooby's car, I think, is stranded there. And here comes this fight for 7th. Jamie Petters up the inside again. You can tell he's an ex-mini stocks racer from the short ovals, can't you? Not afraid to make a few full sends, as they call them these days, I believe. I don't know, I'm old-fashioned, I don't speak more. Side by side still as they come through Hamilton's there. Behind them, Zach Palmer, he's come through nicely. Harry Smith on the grass in the number 10. There's yellow flags out there, so he'll have to back out of that move on Gabriel Parfait because Luke Scrooby's car is off there. No overtaking under yellow flags. CJ Morgan heads this battle. Zach Palmer up into 8th position. He's come through nicely. With Petters, Parfait, Harry Smith in the number 10. Jamie Good in the number 30, the grey car. Adam Harding's dropped back in this group, you can see there as well. Adam Parker, the 92, and there's somebody else in there too. Can't see the number on that black car at the back. There's so many of them together. Sliding it there, CJ Morgan, bit of a lock-up through Brundles. Up on the curb goes Zach Palmer, he's up on 2 wheels. There's 2 cars over the grass, Jamie Good and Adam Harding. Contact on the run into Brundles there. They go across the grass, they managed to save it. This is fantastic, 30 seconds left on the clock then. We'll wait to see whether Harry Hickton gets across the line to start his last lap, whether we can get 2 more. This time I think he's already gone over the line. Yes, he has, with 18 seconds on the clock, so we'll get 2 more laps out of this. Superb midfield battling. Drivers are loving this. The fans are as well. I'm sure the marshals are as well. Somebody having a bit of a moment towards the back of the field there. The leaders have already gone through. There's Dara Flock on his own in 3rd. Here are our leaders. And Max Hall still not quite able to catch Harry Hickton, although he has just done the fastest lap. Max Hall did a 2:24.919. That's only a few hundredths quicker than Harry Hickton has managed on his best lap. Hickton actually got away a little bit. Max Hall ran a bit deep into the hairpin. Down to the left at Agostini. Dara Flock still in 3rd place on his own. He's about 8 seconds off these two. Is Harry Hickton heading for win number 6 this year, or can Max Hall make it his 2nd victory? It's just between these two now. They're coming around to start the last lap this time, and Zach Palmer gives CJ Morgan a little bit of a push there as they come down into Agostini. It's 3 wide behind them. Look at this, Jamie Good, Jamie Petters and Gabriel Parfait are 3 abreast. And Harvey Dent could cut underneath all of them here. Something had to give there, and that something was Parfait running wide onto the grass. They could be 4 wide into the left at Hamilton. Look at this, absolutely superb stuff. Onto the grass goes Parfait. Somebody seems to go wide on the grass every time they go through Hamilton, don't they? Jamie Good has now gone to the front of this group. Petters back up the inside. Can't keep up with this. He's now slotted in behind Parfait. So Zach Palmer's up to 7th. It's Morgan 8th. Then this fight for 9th. There go the 2 leaders. And yes, Max Hall is definitely closer to Harry Hickton this time. They'll have 1 more lap to go in this terrific 2nd race of the weekend for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Is Harry Hickton going to make it 6 out of 7, or is he going to be defeated for a 2nd time this year by Max Hall? Max beat him in the opening race at Cadwell Park, the triple header. Up to the left-hander at Murray's. Now Hall is going to try and get into the slipstream. No, these cars don't have a DRS zone. Moving to the inside is the 46 of Hickton. He moved towards his pit crew there. I wonder if he thought that that was the last lap. He seemed to move over towards the pit wall to signal something to his pit crew. If he thought it was the last lap. No, there's 1 more lap to go. The time has only just gone down to 0. Max Hall puts a wheel onto the grass as he chases hard. Dara Flock is still in 3rd place. Then Chapman, Bell, Cotton, Palmer 7th, and Hickton runs a little bit deep into the hairpin there. Hall is definitely putting him under pressure, the Westbourne Motorsport driver. It's superb. All the way down the order. It's anybody's race for 7th still. Here they come then up towards Agostini. Max Hall is getting closer. You can see Harry Hickton is now starting to defend. Here they come into the left-hander at Agostini. It's just between these two now. Bit of dust being kicked up in the background, but we stay with this lead battle because Max Hall knows it's the last lap now. And he knows he's got to try and unleash his attack when he can. A little bit of a lock-up there from Hickton, who's really under pressure here. Here comes Max Hall. Harry Hickton has won every race in front of our cameras so far this year. Beaten only once at Cadwell Park. And the man who beats him at Cadwell Park, Max Hall, is getting ready for an attack in the final few corners. Can he get up alongside the 46? He's getting closer and closer as they head down the Bentley Straight for the last time up towards Brundle. Is he going to try and slipstream him on the inside into the left-hander? No, he won't get the chance there. They head under the bridge. It's still Hickton from Hall into the right-hander at Nelson. In the short straight, all Hall's made a mistake. He's run wide, just put a wheel onto the dirt there. Into the bomb hole they go. Has that cost Max Hall his chance? Brilliant racing, great racecraft from these two young drivers. In decorum for the final time. Pick up the battles behind as soon as these two have come through, and it's into Murray's for the final time. I don't think Max Hall is going to do it, and it's going to be 6 out of 7 in the 2022 Junior Saloon Car Championship for Harry Hickton. Max Hall pushing him hard in the last few laps. The team celebrate. It's Hickton P1, it says on the pit board. Harry Hickton makes it 6 of the best for 2022. Second for Max Hall. Dara Flock will come through to take 3rd place, a rather lonely race towards the end for him. The Irishman takes 3rd. There's still that. Oh, somebody's off on the final corner. Can't quite make out who that is. 4th goes to Travis Chapman. Jensen Bell is 5th. 6th is Oliver Cottam. Zach Palmer, good run through the field for 7th. CJ Morgan tops the terrific battle for 8th place. 9th goes to Gabriel Parpe. Jamie Petters is 10th. Then Adam Harding. Harry Smith comes over in 12th position. Now, who's that car that's gone off? I think it might be Oscar Dix, number 11, that we've lost. Oh, Alex Mostav has pulled up as well further around the lap. He was at the back of the field. Here's a replay of the final lap. Oh, it did all come to a head coming into Brundle for the first time. That's Jamie Good, Harvey Dent and Wallop. Adam Parker smashes into both of them. Oh dear. Harvey Dent, enough said. Yes, plenty of dents in his 58 car, unfortunately. It was Oscar Dix who spun out on the final corner. He makes it home. Yeah, Harvey Dent and Adam Parker both headed into the pits on the final lap there. Jamie Good also involved. We saw him come across the line with some bodywork missing. Right, let's have a look at the results provisionally then. Harry Hickton the winner by half a second, just over ahead of Max Hall, and Dara Flock completing the podium. Travis Chapman taking 4th, and as high as 2nd in that one, with Jensen Bell 5th ahead of Oliver Cottam, and then that terrific battle for 7th place headed up by Zach Palmer ahead of CJ Morgan. Gabriel Doyle Parfait taking 9th, a good result for him. Jamie Petters 10th ahead of Adam Harding. Good efforts from him in the early stages, dropped back to 11th ahead of Harry Smith, then Charlie Constable. Jamie Good taking 14th after that last lap tangle. Joel Ryan, number 36, completed the top 15. And then behind him were Riley Price, Jack James, Sandro Ballesteros, Jacob Baldry after his tangle with the 13 of Luke Scrooby. Jonathan Moore was 20th. Oscar Dix, after his last corner spin, completed the finishers because, as we saw, Harvey Dent and Adam Parker involved in that tangle. They retired into the pits on the last lap. Alex Mostav pulled off on the final lap as well. We lost Luke Scrooby, as we saw, and Jacob Heap was a casualty on the first lap. Bit of clearing up for our volunteer marshals to do. There's one of our members of the Orange family, recovering some bodywork from Nelson's corner. Right, we can now head down into Parc Fermé. Ewan is down there. And he will be talking to some of our drivers in that terrific Junior Saloon Cars second race of the weekend.
Well, cheers, Dave. Sensational once again. We're down here in Parc Fermé, and race winner for the second time this weekend. Harry, congratulations. How was that one for you?
I mean, the temperature, the day is a lot colder, but it's still a lot hot in there. I mean, working hard. Max is behind me, always got my eye on him, because he's a quick driver, and we thought we'd run away with it. We were just pulled away from everyone else I saw, because in testing and qualifying we just pulled away from everyone else, and we had that pace, and we thought that would happen, but I just wanted to keep him at bay, keep him behind me, and I managed to do that.
With 1 lap to go, you seemed to come to the pit wall to your crew. Did you think that was the end, or did you know there was one more lap?
No, it's just coming down the straight, theoretically meant to get less drag going down the pit wall.
Okay.
And so that's just how that works, yeah.
I mean, you're sweating buckets, mate. He really put the pressure on behind, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened multiple times this season now, and it's something I've got to adapt to more. Still made a couple of little mistakes, but managed to adapt to it and just keep going. But yeah, I mean, it's something we've got to get used to, and something which should get more exciting throughout the year.
Mate, amazing weekend, well done.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's speak to Max. Third place yesterday, Max. You promoted yourself to second spot on the podium. Well done.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was a good race.
You nearly caught him.
Yeah, he just got away too quickly. I didn't really have enough time to get him back.
I mean, the last few laps, you were probably less than a car length behind. You just touched the grass right at the end there.
Yeah.
Do you think you might have caught him on the last lap?
I think I could have if I didn't make that mistake, but everyone makes mistakes, so...
I mean, for you guys, it's all learning, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Max, well done. Great weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Right, let's go and speak to Dara Flock here, car number 22. They've got so much damage on these cars today as well. Dara, great end to your weekend, mate. Third place.
Yeah, it was really fun out there. I was making a few mistakes, but I got to go past Chapman, and then I just couldn't catch up with Max and Harry.
Yeah. Once the front two got away, they really got away, didn't they? But there was a great race behind you as well, but you were sort of on your own in third place, but you kept your composure.
Yeah, I was just trying to not make any mistakes, be consistent. I could see they were just getting away in front, so I just tried to do my own race, really.
I mean, the Saxos never fail to disappoint. It's fantastic racing. What's it like being out on the track out there?
Yeah, it's really fun, like overtaking, and the cars are all the same, so it's an even playing field, so it's really fun out there.
Dara, great into weekend. Well done, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, mate.